We is live! Beat you. I beat you. Fucking jackass. Hello! We is live. Welcome back.
Woo!
If you are on the
Hello,
YouTube
everybody.
end of things, welcome to episode
This
4.
is... I was gonna say, which one is it? 407? I think it is. Is it? Yeah. Yep, I'm looking at YouTube now. It is 407.
Thank you. Rob. I'm glad you're my friend. I am so glad we're friends. You just made my night. So yeah, welcome to episode 407. If you're on the Twitch end of things, welcome to Study Buddies. Not numbered, not that clever edition. That's the placeholder title because I'm picky. But anyway, back to the old lo-fi music because the other one that I used apparently got us copyrighted. So, welcome.
I'll be honest, I kind of like this one.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm digging it. We're safe for tonight, but look at that beautiful wheel spinning on its own. It's kind of like taunting us to, hey, spin me faster to see what happens to you, potentially. And also, this is our finale for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Rob had asked us before going live that we not tell him the answers and things for this last part. He wants to figure it out on his own.
I want it. Yep. And I think after this, we were gonna take a break from because we were gonna play Apollo, but we're gonna take a break and play a couple of other games after this.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing starting tomorrow. We'll be doing the remake for Downfall. We're not doing the original just because it's. I've shown Aden what it looks like. It's
clunky and archaic compared to the remake.
So Downfall, that is, if I remember correctly, that's one of the games that's connected to Burnhouse Lane.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Downfall is if we were to, it's all in the same universe. Downfall would be the first in the series.
I was telling my wife that, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I was watching you play that." I'm like, "Oh, awesome!"
You know, I've got to ask, which one would we play afterwards? Cat Lady or Lorelei?
Cat Lady.
Okay.
Because it ties to Downfall.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how many games are connected to this whole universe?
Technically 3, but Lorelei's in there too. Same kind of universe of 4.
Okay.
But the original Downfall doesn't have voice acting in it. And
Okay.
the dialogue, you can't choose the speed. It goes by really fast. So, and everything's hand-drawn. It's still, well, I mean, it's got digital editing for we're playing the remake version of it that came out in 2016. I'm gonna have to be giving quite a few different trigger warnings. But I think, well, I'll have to double check. I'm sure the game does it for me. But, yeah.
You want me to give you? You want me to send you the clip for the my content bomb?
Sure.
Where it's my content warning.
Sure.
All right, I'll send that later.
Okay. All right, let's spin this wheel and see what happens, right? Or make it spin faster. That is. I hope everyone is doing well. I decided I'm trying to go for the platinum for Rebirth because I'm insane.
Oh,
Insane membrane.
Don't bastardize Cypress Hill for this. All right.
Now you must die.
What should we go with first, person or duration?
Yes.
Aiden, you're not
Duration
helpful.
first.
Duration. Thank you, Rob. My friend, Rob. Damn, my best friend, Rob.
Oh shit!
One of you's feeling awkward right now. Who could it be? Let's spin.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Well, that's perfect because well, we're safe because it'd be 408. So,
Yeah.
but let's find out who it could have been. What?
Yeah.
Let's see who it could have been.
I can't.
I hope it's Aden. No reason. no reason as to why.
Even funnier later on tonight, or whenever we spin the quirk wheel, it lands on Aiden speaks during the wheel spin.
Damn it. You got saved by multiplication, you asshat. Alright, let's switch things over. Let's get this game started, shall we? Do you have it already pulled up?
Hold
Yes,
on.
you do. No, you don't. How dare you? There we go. Gameplay's up.
Okay,
Yep. It's
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it on socials, and I was just checking the stream. That was really funny.
I do still have the guide
Okay,
pulled
sorry.
up, just in case. If he needs it.
Let me. Come on, Discord. Don't screw with me. It says it's up.
It is up. I see it up.
Wait.
Oh, now
Oh,
you
shit.
closed it.
Fuck you, Eliza.
It's okay. You get a pass.
Because we're friends.
Yes, exactly. You see, you catch on quick, as a good friend would do. Unlike someone in here.
Oh. Okay.
Turns out
All
at the end of the
right.
stream, Aiden's gonna be snapping at me.
I'm having
Okay, you guys ready?
kind of laughter over here. I don't know why I'd end up snapping about it, but okay.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Rabble.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier.
Tess.
Yes, tests. On the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree.
Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about that.
That's the weapon that Maya Phayn used when she fought with the victim.
Yeah.
So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood or
There we go.
Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say for certain. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood.
Oh.
That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial.
Friendship edition.
so it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger? Then whose was it?
I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims.
I understand, Your Honor.
From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So let's finish this quickly.
Agreed.
Very well. Please, bring in the last witness.
Sup?
Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Phayn. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright Law Offices.
Maya?
According to the magazine I have here, you are spiritual medium of the Quran channeling technique. Even though you've been here multiple times, I should fucking know that.
What? I'm frightened. The Phayn clan. I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. The pain the Phayn bloodline causes must be unbearable.
Very well. Now then, Miss Fairy. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple. And you witnessed the moment of Elise Donim's murder. Is this correct?
Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Make me. Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
You're not my dad. But
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Witness, if you please.
yes, Your Honor. I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Sorry, Kit Kat. Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been the staff.
Maya? The person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all.
Well, yeah, I haven't eaten a goddamn burger in forever. Sorry, Kit Kat.
Doesn't help that it doesn't help that she's been channeling a very malevolent spirit for about 24 plus hours.
I'm gonna press her on. I think I screamed help
Go
because in the previous testimony, or at least with Delilah, we didn't hear any mention of that.
I don't know who
Or Dahlia.
Delilah is.
Or Dahlia, you think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, child, squirrel? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes.
That's gross.
Too much information, Your Honor.
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that was my last hope.
Wow. Sounds like poor Maya. Poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by a last hope. What do I do? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it's gonna be a Kit Kat break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat kitty.
Anyway, everybody, she, unfortunately, since last time we streamed, she did have a few more episodes, but she has now started on phenobarbital, but amazingly, she's been taking it like a champ. I just hate the fact that she has to take it in the first place. This is the last resort. But
Okay, I'm back.
she's been no episode since, so hey.
So
Definitely
I'm gonna
good.
put. I'm gonna press her on that comment. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said, and I quote, my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what? Crazy.
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me.
Yeah?
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh. Well, you know, that's like, what do you call it when that happens? Oh.
Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help. Ah!
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out. Sorry.
Huh?
Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I kind of meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done? That's all you got?
Take that kind of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber.
Witness, the information you just presented is vital to this case.
Ah, shit.
I want you to add it to your testimony.
No. I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
Excuse me.
No. 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 The lantern was not lit. So, there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah?
That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Dunim, otherwise known as Misty Phayn, your mother.
The killer?
Maya? You know who killed your mother, don't you?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
To be frank, Your Honor, I think she is in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
Huh? What do you mean? What problem?
Maya,
What?
on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No!
Order in the court. Mr. Godot, explain this.
Ugh. Ugh. Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait.
You moonlight at Starbucks,
Cafe
don't you?
LA? Is that even legal?
Mr. Wright's words are the milk, and you are the spoon, Your Honor.
I'm a spoon. I'm no spoony bod.
Oh, that's where you
changing-
got that.
I'm changing the judge's name to Edward now.
Okay, I'm walking away now.
We just call him Spoony Bard.
No, I really am.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
I honestly
Well, actually,
feel
no,
like that's
sorry.
a reference to Final Fantasy IV. I really do, but
I think that's definitely a reference to Final Fantasy.
or at least
I'll
to
wait till
Woolsey,
Andrew gets back.
who translated Final Fantasy IV. But oh, speaking of references, I ended up busting a gut at the at some of the names that were used in recent episode in the most recent episode of an anime called Salad of Eccentric. What the heck was it called? Hold on. Salad Bowl of Eccentrics. They end up going to the
Okay.
horse. At one point, they end up going to the horse track. The horse tracks, and
Yeah.
or horse races, whatever you want to call it. And one of the One of the horses' names was Biggest Dickus. I still need to watch A Life of Brian. I really do.
Looking on the bright side of life. Do 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 do. Did you know they're making for Netflix? They're releasing a new Ultraman movie.
Huh. No, I didn't.
I'm back.
Yeah, it's an animated
so much
movie.
Ultraman
It's,
I need to
I want
watch.
to see. It looks like I saw the trailer,
Excuse me.
and it almost has the same feel of like the recent like Into the Spider-Verse movies.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like before I watched the Netflix animated Ultraman episodes, I can't help feel the need to watch all the previous Ultraman stuff. That's a lot to watch. That's pretty cool that they're making a movie.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's an animated movie. I guess the whole setup is during a battle, Ultraman stops a monster, or I guess it stops a monster, and it was like carrying something, and he's able to get the object, and it turns out inside the object was a baby monster, and just like a lot of animals, the monster wakes up and basically immediately kind of recognizes Ultraman as its mother.
Good old imprinting.
Yeah, that was the word, imprinting.
Wonder if it's gonna be a lead up to what the Netflix series has going on.
We'll see. But are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna read this. I'm a spoon. I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
You must have noticed it too, right? This witness's mental state was highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Sorry, but that's not going to cut it.
What did you say?
If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
Nick?
May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. She quite clearly described him as a man.
What?
In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
No!
Order. When the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Phayn saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Right. Do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him.
Cover? For the man that killed her mother?
There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is.
No. Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please. I'm begging you.
You talk a good game, Wright. Let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please. Stop.
Maya is dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I am a lawyer. Or no, am I a lawyer? An officer of the court?
Am I a lawyer?
I'm
Are
here.
you?
I
I'm
don't
here.
know, Nick.
Well, I don't know. Is this badge
I'm-
made of cardboard?
Okay, I'm gonna redo this. I'm sorry.
Bite on your badge.
Okay.
See if it's real.
I'm a lawyer.
Maybe accidentally put on a.
God damn it!
No, you're gonna let us keep going with this bit. It's happening.
Okay.
Just let it happen. God.
I'm a lawyer. An officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth.
All right, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say Miss Phayn saw in the darkness?
Well,
I'm calling you out! Because it was pitch black, Miss Phayn was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes?
What? But how do you propose to show us something like that?
It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night.
Conditions?
Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in the courtroom be turned off.
Quick, get all the snow too to make it immersive.
What? This is... But it can't be.
that was a nice
Bow.
bit of production.
Bow, bow,
Right.
bow.
Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder.
Nuh-uh.
Order, order, order. Prosecutor Godot. What is the meaning of this? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it?
Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person.
What do you mean by that?
Ugh. Ugh, that one had too much creamer. Ugh. If you've got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Don't you usually like
Well,
your
Maya?
coffee black? Like your soul?
How about it? Well, you saw that night.
What better way to appreciate it than to change it up from time to time?
Was it
Okay,
the
big bad
3
wolf.
glowing red lights?
Well, witness, answer the question.
You're wrong. I never saw that.
Maya?
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
What?
Witness?
Stop your chattering, Your Honor.
Turn?
If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
All right. Well then, let's continue with the testimony.
Do we have
Please
to?
tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Oh, yeah, yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but... When I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit and the body was gone. And all the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too.
Huh.
Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a okay, man.
Okay. Huh.
So, it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
I'm sorry. How? She thought
what?
she thought it was a man because of how it was done, like the work seemed to be done by one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
It's okay.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
I'm not presenting anything, but I want to... About
You're
that.
both curious yet skittish, Kit Kat. It's the one downside of her having her seizures is that it makes her like really frightened by the simplest things. Just breathing funny causes her to jump. What? It just sucks that I have to give her that medication every 12 hours for the rest of her life. Otherwise, she could have a really bad seizure.
Yeah.
I'll press her on that. The torches were lit.
Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be?
The killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body?
That's true. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the Inner Temple, Maya.
Very well. Let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene.
I'll go and press her on that too. So, you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow. It did look really odd. The snow was removed in an unnatural-looking rectangular shape around the lantern.
There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple. But they're all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away?
Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victim's blood sprayed onto the snow?
Yeah. The area it collapsed in ended up being splattered.
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just removed or wanted to hide the snow with blood on it, no need to remove that amount.
That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood.
It looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them.
What you thinking? Rob?
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna press this one. Just since we're all talking about the garden. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes, I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me, for my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden...
She may have thought that you had done it.
No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
But that begs the question.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
What question would that be?
But that begs the question.
What question?
If that's the case, I'm going to press it. And I'm going to use the stone lantern again, because if that's the case, then why did they leave? I mean, I already know the answer. But it begs the question: why did they leave the writing? So I'm gonna press them or present it. The body of Elise Donim was carried all the way to Hasakura Temple's courtyard. Then, at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe that all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd.
Oh, and what would that be?
You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. It's the message written in blood on the lantern.
This again.
It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern?
You're right. Order in the court, but Mr. Wright, is it in fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene?
Indeed, but does it make much sense to move the body and remove the snow, then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing?
But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern?
I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
Well there, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern?
He didn't notice it. I'm gonna, just to be safe. I mean, like I said, I already have it figured out. Killer didn't notice it. Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought.
The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that the crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
You're right. There is no way any quote-unquote normal person would.
What? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether.
And who would that be? Who was the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing?
Got
Show
your
him
number.
The badge. Oh.
Mr. Godot, this is what you said yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
He's got the Zune of goggles.
This
Yeah,
lantern
I went
was
there.
submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented.
Did either of you use Zune at all back in the day?
I did. I won it from a gaming competition once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I kind of wanted to get into that craze, but I was young and stupid and got myself an iPod.
Okay.
If memory serves, it was the prize for winning the rock band competition.
This lantern. There's something written on it.
So you won it?
What?
Yeah, gave it to the person that I ended up replacing because it didn't feel right keeping it.
That was
When
nice
I
of you.
ended up like taking their spot in the group.
That was nice.
Why, it's written in blood.
Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can
That
you?
begs the question: if that's the case, how did he see? How was he able to see the blood on the snow?
He said... I'm not sure. That's actually a good point. He probably thought, you know, if anything, he probably just assumed that there was blood on the ground,
Okay.
and instead of like just picking one spot, that's why he basically shoveled around the lantern. That's right. We went through this once before, during the poisoning case at Trebien.
This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time, and somehow spilled coffee on.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain.
You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red.
It's strange. In the black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them?
So then, are you admitting it? Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on this lantern?
Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. What?
Why is that a declarative statement?
What?
I wasn't sure about it until now.
It's why I
but
don't bleed red. I ain't got time to bleed
just-
red.
I bleed coffee.
I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Elise Donim, also known as Missy Faye.
It's hard to believe this may be true, however. Once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Just make sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on. How does a little graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name written there.
I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red.
This is rich. Do, go on, Trite.
The answer is right there at the crime scene.
You know, I'd say it's richer than my coffee.
In the snow.
The snow? How so?
Godot would
Well,
suck
for
at a
example.
casino. Think about it.
Why would the killer move?
Especially like
Why would
blackjack
the-
or poker.
I think he'd avoid roulette.
Or poker. Or blackjack.
Probably. So, well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow?
Well, shit, might as well
Gunner,
just
you
resort to
said it-
drinking.
You said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area?
By the way, I was kidding.
I was just asking. I was just asking that question, or we were just asking that question.
Yes, why didn't he just take that area? Could it be?
Yes, the killer couldn't see the snow blood, or the snow blood, the red blood. Well, isn't that a title of a movie?
Snowblood?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Just Snowblood or like the Snowblood? Here, I got you
I
covered.
think it is.
Lady Snowblood.
What movie is that?
Is Kill Bill
I think
a
I've heard
remake
about-
of Lady Snowblood? It is based on
Okay.
the manga series of the same name. A woman who seeks vengeance upon three... What does it say? Upon three of the people who...
Associate?
Three of the people who essayed her mother and killed her half-brother. It spawned a sequel,
Oh, damn.
Love Song of Vengeance. Lady Snowblood served as the major inspiration for Kill Bill, as the, and
Okay.
its lead character, the bride.
Oh, that's I remembered why I remember that, or at least thought of that, because I remember reading something about that being the inspiration. I just didn't remember it because it's been a while since I've seen that.
I've never seen Kill
Alright,
Bill,
yeah.
so
It's an okay movie.
I tried.
It's over the. Oh, go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry.
No. I interrupted. That's my bad.
I'm gonna say it's an okay movie. Like towards, if I would think for the fighting scenes, it's over the top for the most part.
Typical for
Kinda
Tarantino
stylized, too.
films. I just
Yeah, true.
I couldn't get into it. I tried multiple times.
Yes. The killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so, he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark?
Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. Everything okay?
I'm playing with Ash. I'm,
Okay.
I'm grabbing her paws. I'm kind of irritating her right now.
Oh.
Kit Kat
Hmm.
break all the time.
It seems
Breaking the
that once
Kit
again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot?
Wait just a minute.
Maya?
What is it, witness?
Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after the old bridge got fixed up.
Maya. You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? I may not look it, but I'm... Ah!
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
You didn't? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Are you senile, old man? We established this just a little while ago.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Define senile.
Senile means of a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental faculties.
Yep. There you go, Judge.
After the
By
murder.
the way, sorry.
What's up?
After I'm gonna say, like we get like last time we were doing this, and we were dealing with the whole Dahlia thing. I gotta say that was probably you know that probably felt good for Godot,
Oh, quite possibly.
especially with what happened to him.
After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that's right.
Please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
Maya, do you plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Ooh, nicely done, Wright.
You okay, Godot? A little bit of indigestion from the coffee?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
IRL, yeah.
Lay off the beads.
Oh,
Very well. Let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too. Pearly was also stuck in the inner temple inside that night. The next morning, she looked around, but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up.
Who is Pearly?
That's That's my little cousin, Pearl Phayn.
Huh. So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
What? Come on! Pearlie would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath.
All I heard was I'm the best.
Prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness.
Mr. Godot?
Let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections, that is.
This is highly unusual, but, well, Mr. Wright?
Let's get this cross-examination started.
Hold on, sorry.
Alright, hold on.
What's that? Rob?
Just taking a med, sorry.
Oh.
I want to press her on... Where is it? Because me personally, I think he was... Because we saw Pearls before we saw Godot. I want to press her on this.
Go for it.
He cheered her up.
That's what Pearlie said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking, you are nothing more than a coffee addict. I still think you're a coffee addict, though.
Cut it out. You're making me blush.
This guy is really beginning to get on my nerves. In more ways than one.
The truth is, there aren't that many places to look on the Inner Temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-toothed combs. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way. Godot style.
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way. Judge style!
Huh. Maybe I should ask some questions. Phoenix style. Let's talk about this investigation. I want to ask him about that. You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? Aden?
It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Wright. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
Well, I didn't miss it. So, speak for yourself, Goggles.
The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall.
Beauty.
Misty Phayn, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste.
Western tastes? Could he find a stranger way to describe... Great. Wait, no. No. Yeah, no.
So from there, you headed for the prep room.
You're not gonna...
How would he have seen the tapestry? Because freaking Pearl threw gravy on it. Wait a second. What did Godot just say now? Or say just now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise Donim.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Okay. I'm gonna... No, yeah, no.
We need a little bit more than that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tell us what's in your thoughts.
So, he made a comment. He made a comment about seeing the tapestry, or seeing Misty Phayn, and the training hall. But if that was the case, he would have had to see it before everything transpired.
You don't know that. Maybe he likes her in gravy.
Well, I'm presenting this.
Okay.
Mr. Godot, the first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place.
Why do you say that?
Because he just made a fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the training hall.
Hanging scroll?
But... Mr. Godot is right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother.
Maya, I know you know who it is. But here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired, 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this.
What's that? Wonderfully delicious smell.
The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? But why gravy, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Phayn.
Wait a minute, Nick. Don't leave me hanging.
Yes?
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a quest there.
Ah, that. It's the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark...
Then you could guess that it was a picture of Misty Phayn on there.
Nope. True. But Mr. Godot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
How do you have his words transcribed already on paper?
I'm very quick with a pen.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant.
I make up for some
However,
for not being technically savvy somehow. Savvy somehow.
You don't know how to use a phone.
he couldn't have known. He couldn't have known she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the Inner Temple long before the crime took place.
Wait, what?
Well, can I ask you just one little thing, Wright?
What is it?
This whole theory of yours. It all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
That's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Kind of wondering. Okay, it doesn't say, okay.
Can we get more?
Because I'm wondering if he saw the plans. Because I think that would be the only explanation. Of course, Mr. Godot. Oh, of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of the plan?
This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Phayn offered the plan for her daughter's future. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in Phayn Manor for a year. However, by the time Little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed.
Unsealed?
Yes. The killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple.
And you still insist this crafty killer is me.
You bet I do.
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
Nope. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out.
Yes, and when was that?
During a visit.
A visit?
Morgan Phayn told her daughter, Pearl, about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden.
Eavesdropping on a visit? At the detention center?
Yes. It could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot.
Wait, what?
Order! Mr. Godot, you're under fire again!
This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you. You were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder.
Huh. Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee.
What? Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness.
That's right.
If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this?
I can only think of one reason.
This girl is nothing but a stranger to me. I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her.
You got reasons.
I am what you see. I'm certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress.
The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness's life. His behavior is still a little too unnatural.
However, you had a good reason, didn't you? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all cost.
I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
Maya. I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh?
Okay, Wright. I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
It's very simple. Maya Phayn is a lot more than just a stranger to you.
What's this?
There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Phayn together.
Inextricably.
What's that word? Inextricably.
Inextricably.
I love that. Me can't use words.
It's cool.
But I know the answer.
Okay. You answer away.
It's bikini.
Yes. I was gonna say Larry,
No, it's
but
Mia.
I mean, close enough.
Yeah, it's totally bikini.
No, it's Larry.
There's a good reason why Maya Phayn's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Phayn's only sister.
Mia. Hey.
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney.
Wait a second here. Mr. Godot is a defense attorney?
With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. the real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
It's like some really obscure, just like random names like Kevin Baskins.
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell.
Hello, welcome to
It
the
should,
stream.
Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court. The tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise.
What?
But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Did I voice him again?
Go for it, it's from that case after all.
Mia,
Just don't leave out that one word.
Please do.
you can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. By the way, I watched the anime to that point. That is such a good scene.
It is.
Like that episode, it hurt to watch.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody watched before the stream, I was trying to catch up, and I just decided to postpone it till we finish this game.
Smart.
But I did watch the Terry Falls and the other episode.
I take it you've seen the bloopers video all the way through, though?
Not yet, no. I kind of postponed that too.
Wait, bloopers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bloopers video of the
I thought he
voice actors.
shared that.
My memory's shit.
Same.
Alright,
It's
let's go.
okay, it's better than the judge's memory.
What
Right,
judge?
the only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then, one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
I just remembered. 6 years ago. Right here in this courtroom. You were poisoned!
Even I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
Oh, excuse me. No official reports were ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system.
So I read this article about
Oh.
a man who ended up being in a coma for 12 years, but he was awake the whole time.
Oh shit.
And he couldn't tell anyone or let them know that he was conscious the whole time. And
Isn't that?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was basically it, yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't that like a form of paralysis?
Yeah, it's extremely rare. But yeah, 12
Where-
years. Now he's
where,
like,
like, it's
a
a-
teacher or professor or whatever, a software engineer or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Married, has kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Good, Godot.
Another
I
feel-good
love
story.
my-
Sorry, is that one thing is that a 17-year-old just earned her PhD or her medical degree.
Very
Nice.
nice. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was even a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poisoned brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered. And the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
The woman you loathed?
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah, he probably really enjoyed the fact that they got one up on freaking Dahlia.
Quite possibly.
Hey there, Dahlia, Dahlia.
Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me. For someone who had slept away their best days. There were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, Wright.
Aw.
Me?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Phayn never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
It wasn't like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Oh, what? Dude. Me? Huh? I don't know how to react.
You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Korean village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fay was planning something.
Oh, that's where Dahlia got the evil eyes.
I was wondering how long it would take for you to figure out.
By the way, I'm gonna say this: when when Dahlia gets exposed in the anime, my god, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually doing the same-
Phoenix's trial.
Yeah,
We're doing what?
is that when they do like the voice change for her in the anime?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that's why you kind of did the same thing for her
Yeah.
for the.
Yeah.
I kind of figured after
I used
watching it.
possessed at first, but it sounded more robotic, and then I just used fire breath or fire
Okay.
dragon or whatever one it was.
Oh, fire! Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah. That did the job.
Yeah.
Touch your tail. Sorry. Kit Kat.
Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
Oh, how sweet. You know that would
That
never
makes
happen.
sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out.
Mm,
And finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices.
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Phayn.
Oh shit! So he was in contact with Misty.
The whole time.
yeah, she was never really missing, per se. They kept tabs on her.
Oh
Or at
shit!
least the state did.
No, just Godot.
I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Phayn.
But what? How did you contact my mother?
Good question.
She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean, officially?
Just that. You've heard about it, haven't you?
Oh,
About the strong ties between the main family and the government.
now that you mention it, he did say something to that effect. She said that the Master of Crine of Crine had great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty Phayn still wielded great influence. The police had been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her.
Watch as Gumshoe knew about this the whole time.
I don't know what you're talking about, pal.
Bullshit, Gumshoe!
No, seriously, pal, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
He still doesn't put two and two together that at least Donum and Misty Phayn are the same person.
Pretty much.
Actually, no. Actually, the one I would probably expect that would have known this the whole time would be Edgeworth.
I've been overseas. What are you talking about?
Okay, no, I definitely know Edgeworth would probably be. I feel like out of anybody who knew about this shit, Edgeworth would definitely be the one keeping tabs. And
Yeah, he might be too
periodically
busy playing
checking
with
in.
Interpol
Yeah.
and trying to get away from Old Bag.
Well, considering the fact that he has a grudge against the Phayn family.
True. Well, more so Misty.
For the most part. Yeah.
But honestly, Edgeworth wouldn't want anything to do with her. That's
Yeah,
how deep
true.
his grudge is.
Grudges are great.
Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple.
I wonder if she had that staff like custom made right before.
It's quite possible. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. Never piss off the mama bear.
No, go ahead, it's fine.
She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Phayn, if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother. Rebel.
That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
You mean pearls, don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne. I don't even remember what kind of voice I gave. Fuck.
Don't fuck up. That's called adding pressure.
Good night.
Oh, dear God.
Fucking hell, I don't remember.
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room.
don't have to breathe in my ear, it's cool.
Perhaps we can read some books together. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Phayn had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What? What do you mean?
If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
As Master of Khura'in, Misty Phayn's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Phayn wouldn't be able to.
What?
What? Is this true?
My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Phayn. And that's why I hid myself at the inner temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
Godot?
Anyway. That's all I'm going to admit to. Right.
Huh?
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
Boy.
I heard a voice in the background. Okay.
The background leading up to the incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now.
Go ahead,
Phayn.
Phayn.
And I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot.
Well, trite. If you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. It was beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick, please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing. From my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia and me too.
Maya? I know that.
Nick.
But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify.
Miss Phayn, your testimony, please.
This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I will know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady, tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
I'll be back.
Okay.
Should we wait for him or just continue?
Continue.
Alright.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them? 3 of them.
Oh, testimony.
I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing...
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
I wonder why.
Go for it.
Things break, right? Even the best theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Phayn? It looks like you still can't prove it. Maya's telling the truth this time. I know it. The rest is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
I am gonna save. Just to be safe.
I dropped my cord behind my desk, and now I have to go fish it out. But Ash's her bed's.
I'll wait.
away. Give me 1 second. Where did it go? Oh, it went all the way over there. Oh wait. Never mind. Never mind. I think I
You got it?
Yep. We're good.
Okay. So strangely, with everything,
Mm-hmm. Go on.
with everything that she's discussed, I mean, besides the red lights, because we know those are from the visor. I kind of want to press her on the scream.
Go for it.
Okay.
What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard, then was it Dolly Hawthorne? You know what? I have a feeling I know what it is.
I don't think so.
I think I definitely know what happened.
Yeah? Well, explain that to Aden.
It's making me-
I'll be right back.
makes
I'm so
me-
sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
So
okay.
while we're waiting for MJ, so towards the beginning of this stream, when we started this segment of the trial, we all it first was established that the blood on the dagger wasn't the victim's, and for some reason, this was kind of reminding me with what happened with Von Karma.
Oh.
For whatever reason. So so the lights go out. I'm assuming it's the visor. 3 lights go out. I'm kind of wondering if the only reason they would go off is if the visor was taken off. And I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Godot was struck with the dagger at his face.
The question is, how would it bypass the visor?
Well, like I said, I think the visor came off.
When he was slashed with the dagger?
Hi.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. I'm trying to come up with an idea, but I do think that Godot was struck with the dagger.
You get what I'm getting at, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. It was a man's voice.
What?
It sounded
So then that
British.
scream came from the killer?
That's got to be it.
I think W. Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain.
No.
After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
I want to double check this for a second.
That's cool.
Because if I recall, there was blood that was on the sword, but it was wiped off.
Mm-hmm. It says right there the actual weapon used to murder the victim.
Yeah, that too. So no. There's contradiction.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of... No. I'm gonna save. There's a contradiction. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction.
That makes sense, after all. My deductions are almost certainly never correct.
Well, at least
Remember
you
the
admitted
testimony
you're
she
wrong.
gave? I'm sorry?
Well, at least you admitted you're wrong.
Yes.
Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let out a scream? Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade in the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already struck in her body, or stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer. Right.
There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as the weapon here.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
Show her the badge. Uh-oh.
Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree.
Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
Have you forgotten that the blood had already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have been wounded somewhere on his body.
So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
Nice theory, Wright.
Order in the court.
This is the end. Have I done it? Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test.
Huh. Let me ask you something, Wright. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought it to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes. What does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
It can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Wright. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance.
What?
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right then, witness, continue.
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya?
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer.
That's right.
But if Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger, I saved it. His clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right?
Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes. That'd solve the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder. Everyone that was in the Inner Temple side got trapped there.
That's right. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed it for the Inner Temple.
Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder.
I mean, a clock's
That
right.
way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
Right, twice every day.
That's impossible, Wright. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Ah,
Ugh.
So that's all you've got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now, if Mia Fey were here... If Mia Fey were here... You would have closed the book on this case already.
if Mia Fey were here.
So come on, Wright. Can you do it or not?
How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it? Have you got even more? Got even one piece of evidence?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you wanted.
That's good. Fighter till the bitter end, right? Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point. Why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead. Fuck up.
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, right?
So what do I do? Do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger.
But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a blood stain on his clothing.
There's one place. One place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say?
Hidden?
This is it. My last chance. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no blood stains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, right? Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound?
Okay, Godot, you remove your cup, it's fine.
Huh. I mean, it doesn't show us a diagram.
No, it does not.
But, thinking outside the box,
technically
there's one
inside
thing
the
for
box.
Godot's image. Technically, yes. That shows us where you could hide it.
Mm-hmm. Do it then.
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right? Right. What was that? Mia? It can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right. Your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved.
Ugh. Ah!
Nick.
Just now. I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago.
He sees her, but he's Pearl's still channeling Mia. It's just she's in the gallery, like, what the hell?
You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison.
Unknowingly.
And then,
No, and then.
while
No.
I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. At least that's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me.
You? Yourself?
I was the one that felt to protect Mia. Me and no one else.
Ah, projection edition.
Fuck. Mirror, mirror edition.
Break.
I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on. So I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore. So I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
Hey, what the hell?
Are you listening, Maya?
Yeah, I heard.
If I really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
A therapist?
Fuck!
Oh, are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason.
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Okay, this is getting kind of hurtful.
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul.
And sad.
Ugh. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more.
Okay, a little too sad.
Stop making me crack up, damn it!
No.
Oh. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous.
Right, this is kind of getting sad.
Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
That night in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. Could have been Missy Phayn, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. Excuse me. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Phayn? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now? I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion. A fantasy. The stupidest fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off. As a true defender of the people. Everything alright, Rob?
Yep.
Okay, I figured I'd ask, because you're skipping rather quickly.
Oh, sorry.
Or moving on rather quickly. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot?
Oh, be right back. Sorry, gotta open the front door.
Getting sleepy. So sleepy. Don't
Sorry
worry
about
though, I don't need a guide anymore.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
He just said
Yeah,
it
we just said that.
earlier.
Right?
Nope, I said what I said. I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Uh-oh. He's broken. He's broken!
Thanks.
He's leaking.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears.
Ears?
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Nice callback.
Yeah.
That was a nice callback.
This time, it really is over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in of itself.
I understand, Your Honor.
Mr.
Mr.
Armando explained...
Oh, sorry.
Mr.
Sorry.
Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, there is one thing. Well, I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you.
Okay. Before we begin, or before we get through this, can I just say one thing?
No.
What?
So I think I don't know if I remember saying something about it, but if I didn't, my personal theory about Iris and Dahlia is that the person that was actually dating Phoenix was Iris.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, because they're twins, he couldn't tell them apart.
No, Aiden.
And
Huh?
and I think because of her involvement, that's why that's why she wants to apologize.
Well, click on to find out.
Or has been wanting. All right. Apologize to me for what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, I still have those pieces of pendant stuck in my gut. But 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
Huh? We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way. It can't be true. You mean during our whole relationship, or
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
it wasn't Dahlia?
I
You're
hope
back.
one day you can forgive me. Phayn.
Ah. Okay. I'm trying to think of a thing to say.
What?
Like
What got
I'm
you
trying to
laughing?
I'm trying to like collect my thoughts on that.
On what?
Just yeah, like I said, the whole time it was her. It wasn't Dahlia.
It was Delilah, that
I'm
bitch.
I'm gonna say this. That revelation is very sweet.
Isn't it though?
Yes, it is.
You have the people that ship Feeny and Iris, and then you have the people that ship Maya and Phoenix, and then you have the people that ship Edgeworth and Phoenix.
Yep.
You know what? Say this between. Why? Wait.
Both the people who
Why
ship Edgeworth
Phoenix
and Francisca, as well as the odd, the ones that just
Gumshoe and
strike me as
Edgeworth.
a little odd. Well, there is that one as well. I forgot about that.
Well, those
shipping.
people are weird.
Because
obviously-
but there are legitimately some people that actually ship Edgeworth and Oldbag.
But I mean, in terms of like relationships, like Maya and Phoenix always seem like just friends. Like, it wasn't going to go anything further than that. But I could see, in some sense, kind of see a relationship between, like, if Phoenix was able to just kind of resolve everything, I could see a relationship between the two of them.
I think the anime does a better job of
Because
depicting Iris and Phoenix, and the game kind of pushes you more towards Maya. Yeah, now they're like their age difference is. Well, I mean, it'd still be legal, but it would. But I mean,
But honestly, given how he interacts with her, it feels that Phoenix just looks at Maya like a little sister.
Yeah. But I'm thinking with Iris, they have history.
Yeah.
So
Thing is-
if once, like I said, if Phoenix were to in some way kind of resolve his feelings of what happened, then they probably could reconnect.
maybe Dahlia can spend the rest of her life in Salmonella's dressing room.
That
Wait, what?
would be her personal hell.
Yeah, right. Dahlia has to spend the rest of eternity in Salmonella's dressing room.
Oh God.
All right, let's keep going.
You mean
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
Well, this is a change of this is a turn of events. But why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could.
You know, real quick. I guess you could say that this revelation makes them seeing each other again a turnabout reunion.
You can't. You can't rimshot your own joke.
Oh yes, I can.
No, you can't.
you know what, MJ?
No.
For your sake, I'm gonna do this. Go, get it, shoehorn.
Oh, okay, much better.
Oh, how is that a shoehorn though?
I don't care. It works. Because it leans on the point of mocking you.
Because of the police investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you.
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
Yes. She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want her any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me. You came to me, you came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Notice what?
Seriously?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine.
Iris.
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
I have something to say to you, too.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you.
Aww.
Thank you.
Oh, that hurts. The feels! I take it they're not a thing towards the other games.
Not to our knowledge.
Damn it! Maybe like in the background. That's so adorable!
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you, though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright?
Damn straight! Yeah,
Barrett?
I think you're right. Though, I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking whiskey.
Oh,
Just admit it's an Irish blend.
ugh,
The purpose of why are you drinking my courtroom?
right?
No, it turns out this time around he's not drinking coffee, he's actually drinking whiskey too.
Poison.
Because he knows what comes next.
Poison.
So, the purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Donim. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. Court is adjourned.
Oh,
Leave.
confetti for me. That's cool.
How would she know there was confetti?
Shut up.
Sneaks out and goes to the courtroom every time he's doing the trial.
So I
I've
guess
seen
it's all, wait,
Dahlia.
what'd you say?
Oh.
What'd you say, Aiden?
I said she probably sneaks away every time she finds out that he has a court date.
Okay, so now she turns into a stalker. That's cool.
So I guess it's all over? The way everything ended, was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served.
Mia?
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But couldn't save Mr. Armando.
Well, fuck that guy.
The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean, with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia?
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Did we just finish our unfinished business? Mia?
Do what?
I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday. Phoenix.
Probably when I'm dead.
Well, don't get your hopes up too high.
I've handled a lot of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Sup?
Maya?
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry. Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
But
Come on, cut it out with a gloomy face. Can't you see me, sis? And I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked, and even saw your mother murdered. Ow! Francisca?
Still as softy as always, Phoenix Wright.
Excellent work, Wright.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been here in the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Wow, but where were you, Nick?
I heard he fell into the river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes. He laid in bed shivering from his fever and with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca?
I don't suppose,
Oh,
I
wrong
don't
guy.
suppose, sorry. There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Oh, Larry.
What's with the longer than usual face?
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone. Not even once.
That's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
No. Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What? Me? You're making that face, huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance. Do you really mean it? What about you, Frenzy? Did I draw you well, too? Ah!
My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something, I guess.
So then you'll do it? Like you promised. You're going to model for my next picture book. Frenzy's whippity whipped her ass!
Don't get carried away!
Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls? Where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. How? Hey, Pearly!
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you're wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that's happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Franziska? That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well. Oh shit, he's dead too?
Oh, I did murder someone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Morgan's dead too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought she
Because-
was in jail.
She was. Until she got executed. She got executed because, well, technically she was the mastermind behind the murder of that one thing.
Of Dr.
In
Gray.
that one case.
Shit.
Of Dr. Gray.
Yeah, because I was in the impression she was still
She
in
may
jail.
not have been the culprit, but she was practically the mastermind.
You'll see in the anime.
Okay, because
Yeah.
okay, yeah, because I was in the impression that with how the dialogue's been going, that she was still in jail.
In the anime, it shows that, like,
What?
that Pearl, the reason why she wanted, like, she was so upset for not being able to adhere to the letter and channel Dahlia properly was because that
Well,
was her mother's final wish.
Yeah, it's what was said in the game as well.
Okay.
Oh, I got a cute little cat ball right
I
next
think
to
I
me.
understand how you feel.
Oh,
Oh. I is a much wiser person than she appears.
gonna let me pet your
And I think she
belly?
realizes something.
Oh, you got belly pets?
Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
I'm sorry.
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya's trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya? Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand. Ow!
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Phayn being
Since you
strong
guys kinda-
for?
Since you guys kind of brought it up,
Ow.
I'm gonna say Pearl.
Okay. Pearl Phayn.
The poor kid, after all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Phayn clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Phayn's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face.
Yeah, it's called Tuesday. Whatever.
She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Until she can
TGIF?
see...
No.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, it's good.
She's doing it for Pearl's sake. Until she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey! So this is where you all were. Wow, looks like we got quite the bunch. Ouch! What was that for, sir?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip
Are
just
you
seems
really
to have
though?
a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sort of gone down by a teeny weeny bit, but it's all right. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight.
Oh, please, no.
Yep. Ah!
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Enjoy.
You're not gonna think that. Detective Gumshoe? You said first class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Maybe yet. Where else?
We're doomed. And Gumshoe is gonna get whipped even worse than he just did.
Dine and dash
Oh, come
it
on, let's
is,
go,
or
everyone.
more like dash. Just dash.
Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal.
Dash, dash.
Hey, you, crybaby. You're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the leisure shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls.
Oh,
Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
Excuse me. I'll bet you just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
Oh, I think I remember where she is. As I figured. She's been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that's befallen you, Maya.
But none of this was her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I will... We'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick?
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there.
Yeah, just hanging out in the parking lot.
We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, but you're the
Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
But where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I think of that pearls might have gone.
Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. Oh, what's this? You're all back again so soon?
Sister Bikini?
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone today.
So she's here? Pearly's here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Oh, okay. Pearly's not here.
Maya? The hanging scroll.
What? Someone cleaned
it off.
Ouch! Ow! 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 Ow!
That does not sound good.
No, that was dumb of me. I was playing with Ash or with one of my chords, and she normally is really gentle about like batting it if like it's close to my fingers, but I got my fingers got a little too close, and she dug in on accident.
Okay.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
No bleeding. We're good. Doing it again. I don't learn.
It's gotta be pearls.
Hold on.
Ah! Mystic Maya!
Pearly? Why? Why did you just leave like that?
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Ow. I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother.
That's why you came here?
It's the least I could do. To pray for your happiness.
You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But how do I say this? I'm still happy.
You don't have to lie just to make me feel better.
No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, I guess Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Mystic Maya.
I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Sister Bikini!
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Korian, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me. Until the day I die.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end. I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die. Huh.
Huh?
There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? Oh! Hold on. Yeah. To never take off... Or to never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the Master's Talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents. That's...
A photo?
Huh? Mother.
Hey, what's the picture? It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do we fight for? Or who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Oh!
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Even-
Pearl's not the only one to have broken it.
Yeah. Even when the battle is over, the bonds... I broke my voice there. Even when the battle is over, the bonds that connect us are severed.
The urn just says Mia.
We always return. Time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too.
Or aim.
I learned that from all of them. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting.
Gah.
This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm going to make a brand new start, too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise.
I know I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master.
Oh.
I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 when you come back.
All right. We're gonna have a great feast today, Pearly.
That's saying much.
You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance.
Oh, I thought it was because you're gonna go for the fortifier dish.
That's fortify set? I don't know why I know that. Okay,
Yeah,
Mystic
the
Maya.
fortifier.
I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight.
Wait, was that a reference to Zelda?
No,
Oh.
that was the name of one of the platters at Trevian.
Well, I was gonna say because like you have the I think you have certain foods that are like fortified something, like fortified mushrooms.
Yeah, this one's
Something like
based on
that.
a pun, though.
Yeah, because it costs $45.
Bullshit.
You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but
What is it, Nick?
reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3?
Oh, come on. What do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us. Wouldn't that be great?
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're gonna do the special course naturally.
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right?
What?
We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I can say just one little thing.
Sure. Of course you can.
Ooh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too. Well then, here's nothing. Objection! I love this.
It's not over
I'll
yet.
really have to work extra hard now. Master Karain and the office manager of Wright & Co. Law offices. I'll have to be a big sister to Pearly and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that.
Yeah, I'll give it a few months.
Oh, you're so generous.
So it's true, Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation.
No!
No! Hey,
Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off.
Yes, but you somehow just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is more like detective-like, sir.
Yeah, don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly.
Oh,
Ew.
that's gross.
You
Ew.
Or très bien, huh? Huh. Mr. Wright, I am once again in your debt. Thanks to you, the treasures of Korean exhibit were a great success. I even got to see Miss Fun Karma, who I hadn't seen in almost a year. She taught me how to use a whip, and she said that I must show you what I've learned.
oh god. Oh god. Ow! Desi and I started a company called Master Mass Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is cut it out, please!
Pretty cute, huh?
Well, we also sell plans for criminals. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
Oh no. I wanted to show my appreciation for Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre, so I lent him $500,000 in a tea set. What special thick tea, one that I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Win through compromise.
She poisoned him.
No. Shh.
I'm just holding in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy, cutting-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought. Well, my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old and I cried like a baby with a dirty diaper.
Gross.
Right?
Oh shit. As usual, we have performance to do. We've hired a new programmer, Gun Elk. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam Mutta. As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
What's the name?
Shutting down.
Okay. My! More reporters! Since the murder, we've made so much money, hardly what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice smile. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
You've turned into just such a respectable man, Phayn. It was so sweet of you and everyone to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Girl never change.
Oh, Gibson, those are the voice actors for the few lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bung. Bung. Bung.
Ah!
Oh
Oh
god.
gosh, she's back.
What's this? Oh, fuck, I screwed up.
Keep going. Keep going.
I can't. What kind of lonely, crazy security? With all the flashing lights and switches, I feel like nothing I'm going to do with all these. Blah 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 blah. I really can't accept these. I'm afraid. My heart, I wouldn't. Can't breathe. She didn't even show up at all. Why?
Yes.
I mean, she was my boss. Anyways, I found something to do. Frenzy's whippity-whip trip is going to turn the art world on its head. I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser after all.
Aww. Aww.
Oh, I like. So like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like sketches of all the characters.
Also, as dark as it is, kind of implies Godot's dead by the time that picture is made.
Nah.
Yeah.
Congratulations!
We did it!
Yay!
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I
Game
think
fucking sucked.
the third one is probably my favorite.
Awesome. Why do you say that?
I would say for the most, for the very, very most part, it is. We have a great conclusion towards everything.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, we dealt with a lot of stuff with Edgeworth's story for the first game, and then finally the conclusion of everything that happened to Maya and Mia had a conclusion for the final game.
Fair enough.
We waited 3 games to get a conclusion for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say some closure, and honestly, I really enjoy it.
Now you can finally watch the rest of the anime.
Yes.
It's a new chapter unlocked for you.
Yeah.
Alright, even though Aden is safe, shall we find out what the quirk will landed on? Or will land
Yeah.
on? Okay, that's cool. Let's see here. Let's switch you. Oh, wait, you guys are already back over there. Never mind. Okie dokie, will quirks. And a spin.
Let's see what it would have been.
Fuck you, punish him anyway.
Wow.
The hell? You're seeing this too, right?
No, I have no idea
Yeah.
what you mean. You mean, oh, the please wait?
Yeah.
It's really just saying punish Aden, right? Oh.
What
Cool.
the hell?
Love the Old Spice ad in the corner. Let's try you again, shall we? I mean, hey, at least the technical difficulties, if it happens, it's here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been me.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Too bad it's not happening, though.
Nope, it's not.
Eat it.
Alrighty.
Alright, we got through it.
So,
Almost
Yes.
3.5 hour stream tonight, huh? That's lengthy.
for how long has it been?
For
About a year and a half.
yeah.
We have finally concluded Ace Attorney trilogy.
Well, the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney
Almost
trilogy.
been. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes. And then pretty soon we're gonna do the Apollo trilogy,
Apollo Justice.
which that's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. I'm kind of wondering who's.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have me voice Apollo?
Maybe.
Might be a little awkward for the first case, but
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah.
not saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is one of those things that you're just gonna have to experience. Preferably
Okay.
in front of us for the first time.
Alright.
Yes, Aiden.
Man, hard to believe it's almost been 2 years.
I believe it was November 2022.
Yeah.
What, that we started the trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And to get through the other games, if we were to continue on, it's going to take us another, like, year and a half or two.
Maybe even more.
Yeah. Depending if we do Great Ace Attorney and Investigations.
True.
But I think we should just stick with Apollo Justice for now, since that's the most cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, we got a ways to go before we touch Apollo Justice.
Yeah, but he also want us to start Danganronpa too, because we've been talking about that for years.
We
And
have.
keep posting and pushing that one off too.
The first turnabout. So I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like the first one.
Wait, are you looking at the Apollo Justice stuff? Or
No,
oh,
I'm looking at our Ace Attorney streams.
oh, okay, gotcha.
The first one was on April 21st.
Was it April?
No, that can't be right.
No, because I. Let me.
Sounds about right, because we were taking a break from Chrono Trigger, if I recall
And
correctly.
that was 2023.
Hold on.
Wait, that was 2023?
No, there's no
Yeah.
way.
No. That
Hold
can't be
on.
right.
MJ.
I'm like looking at it.
Because we
April
were watching,
21st.
because we had some clips from the first game during our very first look back.
Chrono Trigger.
Which involved moments from 2022.
Dead.
That's weird.
That's 2020. That's 2022. Walking Dead, Walking Dead, Walking Dead, Devil and Me. Yeah. What
Huh.
the hell? That didn't seem right. Could have sworn it was in November,
It does.
but no. The first turnabout, yeah, 2023. That's weird. Doesn't feel like it's been... Okay, so it's been a year, but still, a year is a long time for a game. Well, 3 games, I guess.
Especially considering, we've been doing the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And up until, the past few months, we've been mostly doing Friday and Saturday.
Yep. And it'll be that way for the foreseeable future, at least until the end of August, when I start teaching again, where I won't be able to do Sundays.
When is that starting?
That's the end of August, so we're good. We got plenty of time.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a heads up.
Alrighty.
For that anyway, but I got that lo-fi back up. All right. Yep.
All right.
No, go ahead.
I was. Hey, can wait till after the stream. I have a question.
You want to ask it now? While it's fresh in your memory, go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna ask if sometime next week we can, during the weekdays, we can meet up and discuss Persona.
Yeah.
That way I can start figuring out routing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any other remarks?
For those who've been following our streams and stuff
Please
and
stop.
kind of supporting us, well, I just want to give, especially with following us on our Ace Attorney stuff, because we have been trying to play these games for quite a long time, and I do want to say thank you for you guys, catching up on the stream, for those who have been doing that. Because in terms of these streams, we've had a lot of fun. Not just playing the game, but also voicing the characters.
I can't believe that it was only 2023. I could have sworn it was 2022. I'm still baffled by this. Anyway, it has been fun, and thank you for those who have been following us on the channels and socials. Much appreciated. I do agree with Rob's sentiment there. Alright, ending screen's up.
Alright, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on all of our socials, they're on the description, as well as Aden MJ's streaming stuff. Please also follow our daily content and the weekly podcasts. With that being said, on the YouTube side of things, this is Rob, Aden, MJ signing off. Have a good one. Take care. We'll see you guys next video.
Peace out, my friends.
See ya.
On the Twitch end of things, you know what to do. You can go check out Rob and Aiden's socials and channels on my channel in the About tab underneath the Friends panel. Tune in tomorrow night, or, well, my time zone, technically tonight, around 10:30 p.m. Eastern, where we will be starting our playthrough of Downfall, the 2016 remake version. So if you like point-and-click games that are disturbing, tune in to watch that. But until we meet again, class is dismissed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye.